Welcome back to Husband and Wife Outdoor Life. Sorry about the noisy cars. We are back at this trailhead. You may recognize it. We've been here before. This is M20 or 1 mile trailhead in the Manistee National Forest. And we're about to, instead of crossing the street, which is M20, and going up that way, which we've done twice now, we're actually going to go this way, and we're going to go southbound on the North Country Trail. And do what, 3.7?
Yes,
7.4
total.
And then turn around and head back. So we'll have 7.4 miles today if we do it all the way to Echo Road or Echo Drive. And that gets us close to 90. Not quite there, but it'll get us close to 90 miles for our challenge, which is right about where we want to be because we have a trip planned at the very end of or beginning of fall, end of summer, to get our last 5 miles. It's going to be kind of cool. So we're saving the last 5 miles to the end. So we're just trying to get to like 95 by then. So we'll leave that a surprise for now.
Yep.
So we're going to get loaded up here and we're going to get on the trail and we'll see you in a few minutes. About 50 feet into the trail, there appears to be a trail log.
There's our shameless plug.
Hey, people have recognized us from that.
Can I help you?
Staying hydrated on the trail. It's always smart to drink water as you go, even if you're not feeling thirsty. You have a mosquito on your face. There, you got him. The trail has been very easy and flat so far. Hopefully I'm not eating my words on that later. And also, not very many bugs. There are a few mosquitoes, but nothing like past July hikes we've had. At least
nothing like Jordan, which we just did in June.
At least not yet. We'll see about that. I don't think this section is going to be overly difficult as far as like elevation gain and loss. There isn't really much in this area, so not too concerned about that. Not that it would be a big deal anyway, but it should be a nice swift 3.7 miles to our turnaround and another 3.7 back. Coming across some pretty little wildflowers. We've seen a bunch of white ones, purple ones, and now some cool orange ones. We have entered this pine tree stand, and they are just beautiful. Nice and tall. It's a beautiful day today too. We got a nice sunny day. It's in the high 70s, maybe low 80s today, but it's not like overly humid like it has been the last couple days, which is really nice.
Low breezes too.
Yeah, there's a little breeze which makes it tolerable.
Just enough shade.
These trees are pretty. Pine trees go on for quite a little ways. It reminds me of that tiny section after you leave the road walk in Lowell. Remember all the blowdowns that were there?
Oh yeah.
Matt's gonna put on his bug armor jacket because the bugs are starting to come out, but I wanted to do this real quick while I had a second. I had a question on one of our last videos that we posted on what a blaze is, because we talked about blue blazing and walking along the blue blazes. This is a blaze. So most heavily used trails have what's called a blaze or marking on a tree or some other object along the trail that tells you which way the trail is going, so that even if you can't see a worn tread trail, you can still follow the blaze. They're especially important in snowy conditions or like wide open fields where you can't see where the trail is going. There's a bunch of different kinds of blazes. The NCT is particularly marked with the blue vertical rectangle. Other common ones you might know of are the Appalachian Trail, which is a white vertical blaze. the Jordan River pathway that we were just on is a blue circle. Everyone's a little bit different, and a lot of trails intersect with each other, so sometimes you see more than one blaze together to show you or to let you know that you're on the correct path. So, and there are ways that they can tell you if the trail is taking a turn, either right or left, or if it's going to get confusing ahead, or like a pay attention blaze. And typically that's done by putting two blazes together, and once I pass one I will show you one. Some trails are marked by carcinet, is that how you say it? Carcinet posts? I think that's how you say it. This one typically has it at road crossings, but nowhere else. So we are at baseline. We know we're on the North Country Trail still, and I believe we hang a left. Briefly. Oh yeah, I can see the other blaze way over there across the road. So,
Watch the cars.
no cars coming. Here is our entrance back into the woods. Again, you see a blue blaze. And up on the tree up there, you can see another one. That was baseline. I'm not sure what mileage that's at for the day. It's not very far in. Coming up on a little bridge crossing, looks like. Oh, there's frogs down there. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. So we've been following this boardwalky section for a little ways. I guess this is pretty wet ground. Normally there's actually quite a bit of water under there. But I wanted to show you, this is the turn blaze. So this one indicates that the trail is making a turn to the left, because you can see the top blaze there is pointed to the left. So that's your pay attention, don't miss your turn exit sign, basically. So I'm just gonna keep going on these boardwalks till we hit Echo Drive. We've reached this trail junction sign. I didn't actually realize we had gone 3 miles already, but it looks like Echo Drive is 0.7 miles away in that direction. And if you were backpacking along the trail, you could camp at White Cloud Campground, which is 2 miles that way. So that's kind of good to know. This would be a fun little section to do backpacking, especially with like beginners. It's a nice, flat, easy trail. I'm not sure what it looks like headed towards the campground there, but at least this section from M20 is extremely flat and easy to navigate.
That'd be a good overnighter to introduce people to the hobby.
Yeah, it'd be a fun little overnighter. I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll have to look up White Cloud Campground. I didn't actually know it was there. We'll have to look that up and see if it's like a state forest campground or what the deal is. Maybe I'll put a link to it below if you guys want to know more. So we're gonna go our last 0.7 to the road, turn around, find a spot for a little snack break because we got a little bit past lunch. It is 1:50 right now, so it took us just over an hour to do 3 miles, which is pretty good for us. So we get a little snack and then we'll walk it back to the car.
Gatorade shoes.
Oh yeah, Gatorade chews. Those are delicious, by the way, if you're looking for a good way to replenish electrolytes on a hot hike. It's a quick way to do it.
I swear there's caffeine in them too. They always perk me up.
I don't believe there's caffeine in them.
I don't think there is, but there's no way just a couple electrolytes should be able to make me feel better the way they do.
Well, electrolytes, it's what plants crave. All right, check back in with you when we get to Echo. I believe we're almost to the end here. I think we're about to cross the White River. There is this nice large bridge. Max load 5,000 pounds. I think we're good.
I don't think our cat could fit.
We just saw a big heron fly off the bridge and I didn't have the camera on, unfortunately. You flew somewhere over there.
He flew up towards the trees. I don't see him. Yeah, it's a majestic blue heron.
The water's quite shallow. I'm not sure you could really do any fishing. I don't see any fish in the shady areas there.
Definitely don't think you could canoe it.
I don't think you could canoe or kayak it either, at least not this section you'd be walking. It's only a couple inches deep. Maybe the edge. I see it clearing up there. That's probably maybe our road crossing. We're not that far from it. I believe that was the White River. I'll double check that. If I'm wrong, I'll put it below in the video. I think it was the White. Oh, hey, that kind of looks like a little campsite. Oh, that is a little campsite. Oh, note to self: if you're looking to camp and you don't want to walk very far, you can park on Echo. I don't think there's a parking lot there.
Is this
Or
property though? That's definitely a fence.
I think that's a field up there or a road or something. We'll see in a minute. I'm not sure. There's no signs that say private property, and we are in the Manistee Forest.
Yeah.
So I believe this is a legal campsite, but we will double check that. You are far enough away from the water, looks like.
Probably 3.3, 3.4 miles away.
It's not crazy flat, but it's one of the flatter sections and the only section that's not in a swamp so far that we've crossed by. Looks like somebody was here recently. There's some trash in the fire pit, which is sad. Guys, don't put trash in the fire pits. Can't burn trash. It's not how it works. Pack it in, pack it out. Even orange peels, and banana peels, and apple cores, and toilet paper. Oh, it's a field. It's a cornfield.
So you might not have a sign, but definitely owned by someone.
Well, I think the property probably ends on the fence there. I think we're on the property line. This trail has a lot of easements through people's private property. And normally, if it's private, it's posted. They have those no trespassing signs or the orange no hunting sign. I don't see anything along this way, but there is a fence along, obviously, somebody's cornfield. So this is most likely private property. I'll have to look into that campsite, see if it's marked on any maps or anything. Oh, I just saw a deer.
I didn't.
It just crossed the trail.
I just saw the irrigation's going. Field's getting sprayed.
I just saw, yeah, that deer just ran across the trail. Must have been standing on the fence there. Ah. Oh yeah, they got their irrigation pumps up.
Ooh, down tree broke that fence.
Yeah, that stinks. Cool. We've seen a lot of wildlife in the last like 2 or 3 minutes. Probably because we're close to a farm field and a water source. Makes sense.
Yeah. Seen a lot of eagles this year.
We have seen a lot of eagles this year.
Including at Otsego, that's 3 eagle
Two
sightings.
or three, yeah, three eagle sightings. And the one at Otsego had fish in its talons. It was carrying off. It was cool.
That thing was doing work.
And it wasn't like a little fish either. It was like a good sized fish. So that's cool. Oh, I hear the road. I'm guessing that's probably it up there. We were only 0.7 from that sign. We could stop at that campsite and have lunch there. We'll see. We'll see. We're trying to find a little place to have a little lunch. Reached the end of the 3.7 miles, or the first half of our hike today. This is Echo Drive, right here. So we're gonna walk out to the road, take a picture with the sign, and I believe the trail actually continues that way. I'm not sure where it picks back up, but it goes that way. So we made it back to that campsite area. There's the little fire pit over there. And we're making a little Gatorade, and we have some tortillas and cheese and some Gatorade chews. These are what I was talking about earlier. The only gripe with these is they come in a package of 6, and it seems like that's a little bit too many for us. And it's not like a resealable package, so you can't really like save them for later easily without them like gumming up your pocket or something. So I wish they came in smaller packages, but other than that, they've been pretty good. So Matt just made a little Gatorade, and we're gonna have some tortillas and cheese and some chews, and we'll check back in with you when we are back on the trail. Had our lunch, back on the trail. We've made it back to that sign, the trail junction for the White Cloud campground, Echo Drive, and then M20. So we're gonna head back the way we came, towards M20. Lunch was good. And Gatorade was delicious. So we are 3 miles from our vehicle, which means we'll have done 7.4 today. And I believe we left off on our last trip a little over 80 miles.
Yep.
So we're probably right at about 88 or so. Maybe just over 88. Awesome. 88 was a good year if I say so myself.
Yeah. Most people were born in 88.
We were both born in 88. My birthday's actually coming up here in a little bit. Our wedding anniversary is in 5 days. I believe we've gone hiking on our wedding anniversary pretty much every year, haven't we? We did Jordan.
I think, were we in, yeah, we were in Europe.
We were in Europe.
Or did we just come back?
Can't remember. We just got back because we were there for the 4th.
Oh yeah, that was in Switzerland, so yeah, that was close to the end of the trip.
Maybe we were on our canoe trip? I don't know. Either way, typically we're outdoors for our anniversary, or try to be camping, hiking, doing something of that nature. So far it's worked well for us. We're on year number 4 in 5 days. Well, it's just about 3:30, 3:28, and we've made it back to the trail log. And I can see our vehicle up there. So we are just about done. That's 7.4 miles today between M20 and Echo Drive, and then back. 88 miles on the NCT. Not sure. I think our next North Country Trail miles will be in the Straits area, just north of the Mackinac Bridge, on our way to a backpacking trip that I will introduce to you later. So we're gonna unpack and head home, so we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Please like and subscribe.
I don't ever say that. I'm gonna cut that.